What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Skyblock video. Today, we're taking on a Goblin raid. Now, you can see the time ticking at the top, so I'll kind of explain as we go. Essentially, we have to take out these goblins in this amount of time, and we get rewards. Such as Mithril Powder, Heart of the Mountain XP, and Mining XP. Now, taking out these goblins is not too difficult, all things considered. But if there's a super protectron giving them invulnerability, that's where things can get a little challenging. Fortunately, there don't seem to be too many of those around. You just saw I took one out at the very beginning of this video. But all in all, I figured I'd show you guys what's actually going on in the Dwarven Mines, because it occurred to me I really haven't been recording what I do aside from, major progress points. But I figured you guys haven't seen the glacites, you haven't seen the goblins, you haven't actually seen any of what the Dwarven Mines have to offer, so I really shouldn't just skip that sort of thing. You guys need the character arcs and not just the big final bosses, you know what I'm saying? You guys need the filler, especially if the filler's pretty darn good. I mean, it's Glitch Saber. It's all good, but you know what I mean. Okay. Ah, wait, all these kills don't count. I have to kill the specific goblins that aren't just the Goblin Burrow goblins. Now, how might I distinguish them, you might be wondering? Well, who knows. But this is a Super Protectron, which means surely these goblins must be raid goblins. And, you get a special reward if you have 25 or more kills. And, I'm already well beyond that point. So, hold on, let me get my healing sword. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, now that I've restored myself, I can continue absolutely thrashing these NPCs. Or something like that. Super Protectron. Yes, you get 10 kills for even hitting a Super Protectron once or twice, so it really goes a long way. Where is the next one? Here we are. Yeah, see, I've already gotten up to 61 just because I've helped take out a few Super Protectrons. Like, it'd be one thing if you had to entirely take it out, but, being able to just hit it a couple times and leave and still getting all the credit is pretty good marketing for, an incentive to bother getting those guys on. Especially since they usually take like 15 hits to take out, while these goblins, more like 2 shots, frankly. Once again, I'm going after the regular ones and not the raid ones. You can tell the ones I want to take out have just 200 HP, and they're like the weaklings and the fire slingers. But the ones with 800 HP are the regular goblins that aren't actually part of the Goblin Raid event. So, you can see now in just about 35 seconds. Okay, my health's pretty low again. Let me just... the Goblin Raid ended. I guess we took out all of them. Yeah, it didn't take 5 minutes for everybody to defeat the goblins. So I got 30,000 mining XP, 250 Heart of the Mountain XP, 28,700 Mithril Powder, Mining XP boost, an enchantment book, and I completed the Goblin Raid quest. So, I'll explain one by one what all those stats are. So mining XP is just, typical mining. Golden Goblin. Let me take this guy out. Where'd it go? There we go. Yeah, honey cobble. So, mining XP, just the regular mining. Did it just spawn another one? Where is it? Okay. What are the odds? Golden Goblins are really rare when mining, so the fact that it just spawned 2 consecutive ones is unbelievable. But anyway, let me get back to my explanation. So, mining XP is just typical mining, like how I'm 69% of the way to level what? What mining level am I? Let's see. XLV, that's what, 55? 45? 45, yes, okay, I'm good with my Roman numerals. So, I'm 69% of the way to level 46. Wow, another golden goblet? Crazy. What are the odds? Like, seriously, they must be astronomically low. Anyways, the next stat I'll explain is the Heart of the Mountain XP. So, Heart of the Mountain. I'm actually almost max level. Heart of the Mountain XP. If I get 400,000, so 375 more thousand, then I'll get tier 10 Heart of the Mountain XP. Now, the Heart of the Mountain in general is just a bunch of mining upgrades. Like, I have plus 1,000 mining speed, plus 94 mining fortune. This increases the odds of mithril becoming titanium. This, is mining spread. So, like, you know, if I break a block, it might break an adjacent one, like so. Like, you saw that just broke, like, actually 3 blocks instead of just 1. Man, I need to catch my golden goblin. Yeah, golden goblins run and such, and take 3 hits to kill. These are just regular goblins. So golden goblins, as you can see, give you 500 mithril powder and 2 gold essence. I don't really know what gold essence does, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a pro or anything. But since I don't know what it does, that means I haven't been spending it, or using it at all, which means by the time I do know what it does, I'll probably have a pretty big stockpile, because I've just not used a lick of it. But anyway, so that's Heart of the Mountain XP, which will get me up to the level 10. And you also just saw what my mithril powder does. That's also relating to the Heart of the Mountain. So Heart of the Mountain XP lets you unlock new tiers and new abilities, and mithril powder lets you unlock already existing abilities. So, I've shown you a goblin raid, I'm attacking goblins in the goblin burrows, and I've explained to you how the 3 different sort of stats that you get in the dwarven mines actually work. So, now all this off-camera mining isn't so off-camera, is it? Well, in this particular instance, it's off-camera assault and battery, but you get what I mean. Oh, Goblin Slayer. I must have just killed 100 goblins in the video. Okay. And now, yeah, this is an example of titanium. So you have a small chance after mining mithril to get titanium, otherwise known as polished diorite, but we'll just pretend that's not the case, for the immersion and whatnot. Let me get out of these goblin burrows, I don't want to be here. So my commissions, you can see them in the middle of the 4th column. Titanium Miner, Lucky Raffle, Treasure Hoarder Puncher, and Raffle. So the raffle ones are event-based, just like how the Goblin Raid was, so I can't really do those right now. Treasure Hoard Puncher, on the other hand, bada bing bada boom, that is taken care of. And as you can see, I get Heart of the Mountain XP, Mithril Powder, and Mining XP for doing this sort of thing. Now, oh man, another Golden Goblin? My luck is outstanding in this video. Okay, now I can mine some titanium to get titanium miner, which requires that I mine 15 titanium, as you saw. And I don't know about you, but this looks like it'll be enough to get me there, so I'm just going to mine all this. And boom, I'm done. Actually, I don't need that. Yeah, and to top it all off, I'll go to the pub and sell the hard-earned loot that I got from that Goblin Raid, because, frankly, I don't really need it. What's that? Oh, got that for selling gunpowder. Cool. Okay, let me take this back and sell it like so. And I'll sell the goblin eggs. And I'll sell the enchantment book. Oh, the goblin eggs were already bought by somebody. Okay. And I'll put this 38k safely into my bank, and I have 8 million coins. Man, I really have been moving up in the world. Once again, shout out to the person that told me that selling things in the bazaar is way better than selling them to NPCs, because, boy, my profits have tripled since I made that switch. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. And until next time, take care.